Oh, yeah. Eagles wear boxing. Y'all know what's up. Where y'all at? I don't know. The angle look kind of crazy. Maybe it's just me. Man, allergies is getting. I don't know. Allergies suck, man. How bad is this? Oh, this is real bad. This tastes real bad, so this should get rid of it. Well, not real bad, but it tastes bad enough. Hmm. Anyway, welcome back. The Eagles wear boxing. It didn't go down the wrong way, but it looks like it's it's stuck right there. I'm not trying to do the sinister voice or nothing, but it came out a little bit deeper than usual right then. But yeah, you know how it is. Yeah. So I didn't get to put anything on my other channel as far as for Thanksgiving. You guys, well, we called it Thanksgiving. If we used to call it Thanksgiving, yeah. But we did sunrise ceremony is because I was kind of getting, I kind of got into it with somebody, with a group of them. They kept sending new people over to me, like to harass me about a spot that I was parked at. They just kept like it was for a dignitary, but it was on the street. It's a street parking, but it's for a somebody who's dignitary or something. I was like, what? I was like, man, get out of here. Do you know such and such and such? They start dropping like Indian names on me, like I was supposed to get like shook or something. Like, do you know such and such? I was like, what? Do you know me? And usually I don't have problems with. I just don't have problems like that. Because what I would have done had they presented themselves in a proper manner, I might have moved. Just out of sake of not wanting to just to shut somebody up and not wanting to keep hearing somebody's face. But because of the way that they approached me, they made me become defiant. So had they been nice, I would have been nice. But since they was being jerks, I said, okay, forget it. Because first of all, they lied to me. Oh, they was gonna call the police and all this. Okay, I'm still waiting on them. Where is the popo? Yeah, where's Popo at? I'm still be waiting. Knowing me, you know, I'm so petty. And sometimes, I don't usually use that word, but this sounds appropriate. Then I'm petty enough to be like, you know, to bring it back up like the next year. And which I might do it if I think of it. If I see them, I might be like, did you get in touch with them cops yet? Because I didn't know that they had always been, they had been being jerks, and that's just not right. But what I was gonna say that nations of native people are still bickering, or more or less still fighting each other. I just want to say it that way. And these natives out here where I live at now, them and then the native people, they think that they think they hold the market on being like Indian. but they're not even Indians. They natives. They're not Indian. They're not American Indian. American Indian. They're not Indians. They're Native Americans, which we call ourselves that too, but not. But we don't hold it like they do. But when you come over to me and try to pressure me and force me to do something, when you could just ask me, because I told the dude, I said, there's only one spot here. I can't move and make two spots. I kept telling all of them. They kept coming over me. Are you supposed to be there? Blah, blah, blah. That, like, said, the more you open your mouth to me, the more I'm just gonna get more quiet. I'm just gonna repeat the same thing over and over again. I'm not gonna get loud. I'm just gonna report the same thing over and over again. I said, first of all, you don't greet a person. You gotta give a person an Indian type greeting. I'm gonna say Indian, American Indian. You gotta give them the greeting first. Say who you are. I don't even care about your clan and nothing like that. I don't care. I don't care about your clan. But just tell me, that you're, where I'm Creek. I don't care. And my name is Standing Wolf. Something, whatever. You see? Because at least you came to me properly. You introduce yourself and then you present whatever your problem is or whatever issue you have. Then that's the next thing you present. You never come over to a person with a complaint, especially if you're a man. A man does not complain to another man like right away. That's the first thing come out of his mouth is a complaint. One of those I things. You or I. You never start off a conversation with another man by saying I or you. You always think this and you always think that and you boo 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 boo. No, that's not the way you talk to a guy. Start off by a greeting. Hey man, what's up? How you doing now? Yep. Haven't seen you a long time. Haven't seen you, whatever. Just small talk, and then don't hit them with the by the way. Just tell them, now you can say I. I'm noticing this. But is there any way that we can, we prefer this. Is there any way we can, figure this out? Okay. So now we got a problem that we got something that we can work on, something that we can figure out. There's nothing to figure out when you just come over and you're just, being smart. You come over like more or less starting trouble. There's no fixing it. A lot of times when you start off the whole conversation in the wrong manner, then good luck with that. I'm going to use luck. This good luck with getting that figured out. Because you come over twisted and you expect not to go back bent. You expect everything just to be the way that you want it. Oh, it's going to be like this, That's just the way it is. No, it's not. That's not the way it's going to be. Sorry. That's not the way it's going to be. See? Yeah. But people are something else when your expectations and of yourself and your abilities and your idea is so much greater than everybody else that you just disregard everybody else like they don't exist. And we're going to talk about this topic, not that, but we're going to talk about the topic of past versus present. Because some of the guys from the past are still here. And I like to compare now because it is becoming so laughable with sports that these people just don't understand. They just they don't understand the depth of you saying that you're breaking records and stuff like that. No, a lot of records were not allowed to be broken in the past. Now you can break any record you want to. If you got the skill, go on and break the record. Since you got the skill, go out there and play basketball. Go get 50 block shots in the game. If you could do that, you got to, you have to watch the story about when USC went down to uh, when USC went to Alabama. That's the kind of stories you got to look at. Al Money. He said, "Equal Web got the glove up good with the one honey hun, with the one honey hun." Yeah, so you got to go back and understand, Al. See, a lot of people don't understand, and in me, I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to have any kind of racial divides and nothing like that. You're not going to come in here, talking about one so-called race or nation against another. You're not going to do that. Now, if we talk about it, it's going to have to be a nice discussion. I'm not going to have nobody just come in and just completely just go off. But what I will allow, if I bring this up, is because of gamemanship itself. But salute to you, brother. So that's what it's for. It's because of the whole gamemanship itself. It has nothing to do with, because I feel like somebody's superior, this and that. No, because I'm talking about, I'm bringing it up to not just bring up the point of, of any kind of racial divide, but also I'm bringing up the point that you have people that are in the same collective today that could not have matched up yesterday. They not have matched up. And they're doing the same thing. Our money, they're doing the same thing. How many people can you put a duck label on today? How many boxers in boxing, how many could you put a duck label on? Whether it's accurate or not. You might get an argument, but how many of them can you put a duck label on? Duck. And we've been watching those little O's disappear. We watched some more O's disappear over the weekend, right? Since from Friday until today, matter of fact, I think Dubois fights tomorrow. And he also says later on tonight, because of England time, he's over there. This stuff is kind of working pretty good. It's kind of clearing me up. I was all clogged up. These allergies and stuff. See, but that they don't want that from Eagle. They don't want Eagle to get too deep on it. No, Eagle. They want to start being crybabies, if I say too much. You know what I mean? Well, stop leaving the door open. If you leave the door open, you know good and damn well that my foot's in the door. So there's no need to leave. You leave the door open, what you expect? Of course. Because my foot is already in the door. So of course I'm gonna say something. So don't leave it open. Yes, we got some people out here that's getting pretty boisterous and stuff. They're making me laugh. And we'll talk about that too, though, because I think it's funny. But some people, it's not us. It's just boxing fans that don't like other people's boxers that they like. It's not just us. It's some fighters. Like Tank Davis is making me laugh because he's just saying how he knocked everybody out. He said how he knocked Shakur out the ring and stuff. It's like, I'm like, wow. So that's in sparring. If I knocked you out the ring during sparring, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do with you. Which can be true. Doesn't have to be true, but it can be true. If somebody get knocked out the ring in sparring, the chances of them getting knocked out the ring during a real match is probably even heavier. There's gonna be lighter gloves, no headgear, none of that. But Tank is just cracking me. He's just making me laugh, man. If he can stay out of jail, he's just making me laugh. He's just it's just comedic, which I like. But one thing you can't say, I don't think you can say he's not fighting everybody that's put in front of him, because he's definitely fighting. And it's like he's getting back to fighting now too, didn't? Because Tank just had a fight, didn't he? Tank just had a fight not too long ago and about to get in the ring again. That's crazy, crazy. And a lot of you other fighters is, you guys trying to fight one fight every 14 months or so. Yeah. But I like you know what I like about you, you fighters now, is you fighters do talk. You fighters are talking a lot. I'm not saying that that you mean what you say, but you definitely saying you're saying it. I don't know how much you mean it, because somebody's talk has got to be made fraudulent. Okay, we can say that, but it's not really fraudulent. But there's going to be somebody who's right, and there's going to be somebody who's wrong. If you both are claiming that you're going to knock somebody out, right? That's what you're both saying. You're both saying you're going to knock somebody out. And then you get knocked out. Were you telling the truth? I mean, you tried, because the fighters always have to have that built-in excuse afterwards. Well, I had to say that because that's what we do as fighters. We talk about, how we're going to win. We don't go and say, I'm probably going to lose. Yeah, we go in fighting hard. And all I know is that from what I've seen of Tank Davis, the harder you fight Tank, like you feel like you're winning, the harder you fight Tank, the more, and I shouldn't be telling you guys. You guys, yeah. But I shouldn't be telling everybody. But the harder you fight Tank, the more you expose yourself. And I've been noticing that. A lot of these fighters, if you backing up too much, you in trouble. But if you coming forward too much, you in trouble too. That's why I think it's hard for him to beat somebody like Haney. He could beat Haney easy. But it's harder for him to beat Haney because Haney keeps that distance and throws enough to keep you at bay. But every time the heat gets real hot and you say, oh yeah, they getting the best of Tank, and then that's where the cornermen mess up. Oh, you got to him that round. Try to get closer this round. That's where they make the biggest mistake. Instead of telling them, stay on the outside of this box, on the outside this, look for your opportunities. They always tell them how good they did, and then you get the fighter all fired up, and so now once you get the fighter fired up, see, now you get them fired up, and guess what? Now they feel like, oh yeah, I can go charging straight into Tank now. So now you feel like you can go charging straight into Tank. Or just get careless and just trade, well, I'm just going for broke. Leo Santa Cruz kind of was going for broke. He was like, he's doing good work. A lot of his shots wasn't landing as clean as he thought they was. And he, exposed himself one time too many. He got up against the ropes, and it was uppercut, lights out. There's my brother there, Sir Flame up in here. Sir to the Flame and Al Money and whoever else. The rest of y'all that popping in and out, y'all come and say what's up to Eagle. But Sir Flame he said salute to Eagles, well, salute to the chat. He said, Ed, as always, he said, jab that like button, all y'all naked. He said, don't get naked. Eagles, way up boxing, got the fire up good with the 100 across the glove. Always got to raise that fist and then them things, just to let y'all know that he will shut it down. Right, got to bring the weapons up in there, brother. Yeah. So I'm gonna bring this up, and I like to talk about certain stuff. Yeah. Sir Flame said the uppercut was lethal. Yeah, the uppercut almost had his dad standing. Remember, his dad was in a wheelchair, and this ain't no shit. I'm not making fun of nothing like that. But I'm saying his dad almost popped up out the wheelchair and shit after that uppercut. Man, everybody just. As a matter of fact, this is what's so funny. I'm gonna tell you guys something. I think it's Al Bernstein. I'm quite sure it is. Anytime Al Bernstein starts talking bad about a puncher or start giving somebody else some credit when they're fighting a puncher, i.e. Deontay Wilder, Tank Davis, his friend or the guy that he's about to, the guy that he's jumped on their lap gets knocked the F out. Because he was just in the middle of a sentence when Deontay Wilder fought Brazil. He was in the middle of a sentence talking about, oh, you got to give credit to Brazil for boo boo. And then as soon as before he could get the sentence out good, he was just about to strap ride Brazil, and Wilder put Brazil completely out. Yeah. Bruce Gas Boxing Jazz and plus more. You got in here. He said, salute my brother Eagles Web Boxing. Yeah, Eagle been sick. Man, I'm still coughing. Now, I went from being a little bit sick to having now my allergies are acting up. Yeah, and the same thing, Al Bernstein was giving Leo Santa Cruz credit. He was like, oh, and give credit. He was like, give credit to Santa Cruz. He said, Santa Cruz can do this or whatever. Boom. As soon as he said that, it was uppercut plus lights out action, all in one motion. So I would suggest that Al Bernstein. I appreciate y'all's thumbs up, man, because I know there's been other people in here, and they not giving me my thumbs up, that's okay. It's okay. As long as I see enough. If I see enough thumbs up to cover my minds on where all these other people that float in and out, I ain't thinking about them. As long as my minds come in and I know Al gave me my thumbs up. Oh, you trust? Oh, okay. So Brewston tested positive for the damn Roro yesterday at Eagles Web. Yeah, don't get no jab and nothing like that, man. Just take care of it. Just get that vitamin D. Get your zinc. Man, shit. Hold on, y'all. Let me go get my zinc, man. My zinc is just 10 feet away, man. Let me get my zinc. I'm telling him to go get your vitamin D. Get your zinc. Get some elderberry. Try to get some elderberry juice, ginger. That's what I'm doing. I got cayenne and ginger in here, and I got some tart cherry juice in here. Hold on. Actually, I forgot about this. I can't really take this now. This big ass zinc. I can't take it right now. I'm just thinking about it because not when I'm talking to y'all. I gotta take it later. But yes, I'm gonna be slobbering at the same time trying to talk to y'all. By the way, sound like Daffy and shit. Yeah, I can drink my tea though. Yeah. Eagle giving out advice and shit, and then he don't even forget that I actually have the stuff myself. I see you out there, Bruce Gas. Don't know that's Al. Al Money say Bruce Gas got the glove up good with that honey hun. Bruce Gas again. He's okay. Here we go. Bruce Gas down at the bottom. He said at Al Money salute, bro. Sir Flame is in there. He said that fight pissed me off. He said I made a nice drink. He said took one sip and Brazil was out. Yeah, Brazil went nighty night. You gotta put some emphasis on that night the way he went sleep. I like some of the memes. Let's see it. But let me read this. If it said nothing, I've been jabbed 3 times. Damn. I called the doctor. He sent me something called Paxlovid. I'm kicking his ass. Yeah. All right. Well, y'all just be safe out there, man. totally am against any kind of injections that they put into your body. I think that the Creator gave us a mouth to take stuff, and that's how we're supposed to take it. I don't believe in none of that shit. I don't believe in that snake bite shit. I took a hit on the family blunt on Tuesday, yeah. Oh, Thursday, yeah. Must have been Thursday. Yeah, but let me see something. Just yeah, that's the one I want to see right there. That's the one that's crazy right there. That's man. He just put so much on it. It's just like it didn't make no sense how much he put on there. I think he took a lot out of Brazil with that shot, man. I'm telling you, man. Brazil used to be able to take a shot, but he took a lot out of Brazil. This that one punch, but that's too much of a shot though, man. He did the Pacquiao. If y'all look at it, the way look, he did that little Pacquiao jump. You know, Pacquiao do that little jump. You gotta be very careful when you do that little jump, or when you gotta be careful when you're on offense when you boxing, man. You gotta be careful, man. I'm telling you, Mike Tyson would have beat Evander Holyfield. Hear me out. Don't get mad at me. He would have beat Evander Holyfield if he was patient, because I think he could really outbox Holyfield with his style. But Holyfield just takes so much. You know what I mean? If Mike would have been more patient, I think he could have probably tired. Because you got to realize Holyfield, you ain't gonna beat him in the first 9 rounds. You're not gonna win. You might start coming on like 10, 11, 12. But he used to have that stamina problem. He can go 12, but late rounds he get tired. Around that time he was getting tired. Yeah, he was getting tired. Yeah, if y'all remember. Y'all probably don't remember. I don't even know why I'm talking to y'all. I need to get me a whole new audience, man. Y'all don't remember. I'm just kidding. Okay, so Sir Flame. Damn. Okay, Bruce again. He said the key is to stay healthy and eat well, and your body naturally defenses are strong. Plus a kick in that, a kick of science, a kick in the end of science. Yep. Bruce Gas, he would have beat Holyfield if they fought in '89. Well, it's not just the time period though, Bruce. What it is, it's the attitude. It's always your attitude. And who exemplified that? A lot, or I'm not gonna say the most, but a lot was Muhammad Ali. He would show you that, hey, if you went in there with the bad conditioning, or you went in there with the wrong attitude, you could lose. Because he lost fights that he came back and avenged the fights. Even though a lot of people still don't think that he beat Norton none of the times. It was a bad style matchup because of Norton's more or less awkward, his style, and then that overhand. Norton was he was more or less able to stay away from Ali's jab more than most people would ever be able to do. I think a better approach for Ali versus Norton is for Ali just to do a lot more pivoting instead of just showing this whole repertoire of going around the ring. I think a lot more pivoting on Norton would have made it a lot easier for Ali. That's just my opinion. Y'all can argue with me if you want to, but I think Angles would have done a lot more. Yeah. Okay, you said Tyson got soft after he got out of jail in '95. Yeah, but it's just his whole patience. I think he got back into it. His mentality did change, but he wasn't a shell. I'm not gonna put him. as a shell of himself. You know, I'm not gonna say he was a shell of himself when he came back. Um, he needed better. He needed better people in his corner, in which that's hard to say. It would have been hard. It's because it's hard to replace. This is what I'm saying. It's hard to replace Cuss, but I would feel like, to be honest, honestly, and somebody might disagree with me, but I think if he had somebody like Lou Duva, not just Lou Duva by himself, but if he had Georgie been with Lou Duva, I think he would have. I think they could have talked to. They would have talked to him. I think he would have probably ended up a little bit better. That's just my estimation. Because you would have needed like those type of trainers, like Benton. You would have needed somebody like Benton, not necessarily. The reason I put Duva with him is because that's part of the package. part, yeah, yeah. Those 3 years off affected Tyson worse than they affected Ali. Yeah, it was 3 years too, though. Yeah, it was a lot. Tyson's mind was gone. Then he was fighting off of hate. Yeah, see that, and that's what you see, and that's what Sir Flame hit it. Now, see, that's what I'm saying. Now, that's what happened right there. So Sir Flame got what I was saying. I mean, you got what I was saying, but Sir Flame more or less was on the same line as me. Is that Tyson was fighting with too much? I mean, after he was fighting to win and destroy, but he started fighting with just too much anger, like way too much anger, and that shit tires you out, man. So he was fighting with way too much anger, and that's the point. He fought him with way too much anger. Because if you realize the downfall was brought upon by Tyson himself. The downfall was he was just like trying to load up, and he was just loading up, and he walked into a punch. From so much anger, he just walked right. Oh, I hate this guy. So he just ran. I mean, you can't always run. Holyfield can crack too. I mean, Holyfield didn't have the hardest punches. He was more of a volume puncher. But if you ran into something that he was loading up to, go back and look at it. Because he hit Tyson. I mean, Tyson ran into it, and Tyson, his whole head just started shaking. He was like, he started slurring after he ran into the shot. Like, boom. It's like, and that was it. That was it. After that, everybody started picking Tyson apart. Well, that's even the Buster Douglas. You got to think about that. The Buster Douglas fight, all that. He wasn't the same in that fight. He had been out doing whatever he wanted to. Just looking past people, and just thinking that your anger is gonna get rid of everybody. Your anger is not gonna. A lot of times you anger, and I know if somebody knows you angry, they gonna avoid you until that anger disappears. It's just like the story when I tell you these guys used to think that because I was training like about 10 girls, they used to feel like they can come in and train too. They felt, oh yeah, you go in there, because they was excited a different way. They wasn't mad. They was excited and thinking, oh, these girls can do it or whatever. And plus now I get a chance to look at these girls. They went in there with the wrong attitude. And that's why they was all dropping out like flies. They was like, I'm out of here. See, I don't see how they can hang. It's because they've been doing it. Yep. That's all that is. Yep. But like Sir Flame said, his mind was gone. He's fighting off hate. You listen to some of his conversations. He's talking about effing guys and stuff, man. He went crazy. Okay. Did you do the punch stat on that, Bruce? Because Bruce said I watched the Ali Norton 3 a while ago, and I gave Norton a unanimous decision. No, actually, I gave it to Ali. I think Ali was just more effective. I don't know, because I think Norton it's just Norton's style. If he doesn't beat you, if he doesn't like this really beat you, it's hard for him to. It's hard to win. It's hard to win with that kind of style if you don't just really beat somebody up. That's almost like when we talk about Dwight Muhammad Qawi. If you stay on the outside and just box him, you just kind of make him look bad. But people don't understand he's winning. You're probably missing a lot of shots against him. because he had that real tight, that real tight tuck. Yep. Yeah, Sir Flame said, laughing my ass. So he said Tyson told a dude he would F him till he loved him. Damn, I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead too, brother. That's what I'm saying. He just went. You can't just go crazy, and when you go crazy like that, you lose all the respect and everything too. You lose all the respect. Oh, but this was making me laugh today, though, brother. This is what was cracking me up today. Is that Tank told he said something. He said that Crawford is made out of something. I forgot what he said. I think he said Crawford was made out of glass. He said Crawford made out of glass. He said he wanted to fight him. I was just reading something that he said. He said he wanted to fight him. And this would be a good fight, though, if Jamal Charlo steps to Dimitri Bivol. If he fight Bivol, that'd be a good fight. Because there's going to be a lot of punches thrown in that fight. I can see Bivol getting caught up, but, styles make fights. That'll be an interesting fight. I don't know if the 1-2 fighter against Charlo. I think that's like the wrong fighter to fight. Not because Bivol can't win. It might not even be a little bit better, but just stylistic wise, I think that kind of fight he's set up for a lot more counters. Yeah. Yeah. And Tank, I don't know why Tank is so mad at Bud though. But I was reading that yeah, he actually wants to fight. He wants to fight Tank. He wants to fight Bud. He don't care. He hates Bud. Like, I want to fight Bud. He said he wanted to get him out of there. Like, in other words, just get him out of boxing. He don't want him in boxing no more. Like, get your ass out of boxing. I don't think Bud is not that. Bud is good. Bud is not a fighter that I want to see out of boxing. The thing I want to see out of boxing, y'all, is I want to see all these mouthpieces out of boxing. That's what I care about. That's what I want. I want the mouthpieces to be out of boxing. Like all the talking too much and shit, I want that out of boxing. I don't want Crawford out of boxing. No, he's good for boxing still. He still got a few years that he'll still be good for boxing. I would never want to see him or Earl Spence or Sean Porter or Keith Thurman or Danny Garcia. I would not want to see them as being gatekeepers and stuff. Just get out. Because they all had success. But Tank got me crying though. He got me killing me with that Sir Flame. He said, you made out of glass. I need to get you next so I can get you up out of here. He think he can get Bud up out of there. Like, I'm going to get you up out of here. Like, he must see something in Bud that he thinks that Bud thinks he's going to shoot over the top. I think Tank, and if he fought Bud, I think he's targeting. I think what he wants to do is target the body. I think that's what he's talking about. Okay, let me ask you guys this question, though. That way I can take my zinc. Do you feel that Bud has been tested enough in 147 or even in boxing? You think he's actually had like a great test? Has he ever had like a great chin test and body test? Y'all let me know. Let me know your feelings on that when it comes to Bud. I said I wasn't going to take it, but I took it anyway. Sir Sam said, I don't know about that Eagles. Well, he said, I'm taking Bud and that. I'm taking Bud. But I'm just saying, it's just funny. I'm not saying to Tank and get him. But what does Tank see that maybe we're not seeing, Sir Flame? Is he seeing some shit that are we bypassing something? Do we got to start replaying and going back and looking at some of Bud's fights? I mean, you had lighter weight fighters that actually have hurt Bud, though. So it's like, wow, you have been put down, even though it was quick, a flash knockdown. But and they called it a slip. I don't know, Tank in there. Maybe Tank is seeing something. He said, no, I don't think he's been tested like that. But he's been rocked a few times. Yeah, a couple of times, though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's been rocked a couple of times by people we wouldn't think would rock him. Okay, so I'm looking at probably the same thing that you're looking at as far as the test. If the test, I don't think he's really been tested like enough in any weight class to be. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think he's actually been like tested enough like in any weight class. I haven't seen him have to go back and forth and dig deep like I got and go back and forth. I've never seen that yet. All great fighters and great boxers have to have a fight where they're just going back and forth. Boom, boom, boom. They have to. Remember, it used to be, so it was Mickey Ward, right? It was in Zoo, right? To Zoo, right? That's who it was, right? Constant. That had those battles. But you got to remember that Tszyu fought another guy that kept knocking him down. What was his name? Carrera. I forget his name. But and Tszyu had to come back at the end and knock him out. Because he had been down a few times, and it was just like back and forth. Matter of fact, I think if he would have suffered one more knockdown, they would have stopped the fight. And I'm not saying that all fighters, I'm not saying to test your abilities that you have to actually get knocked down. But you have to get shook a little, because even with Tyson, Mike Tyson didn't go down against Razor Ruddock. But that was a hell of a test, though. And actually, I think he was kind of slow, but I think he was an underrated fighter, man. Ruddock. I think a lot of times, they stop fights with Ruddock when they shouldn't have stopped fights. Like the Tommy Morrison fight, they think they stopped that one when they shouldn't have stopped it. And I think it was another one that they stopped, and I don't think and even Tyson. So about 3 or 4 fights that they stopped, I don't think they should have stopped. And also, another person, which was Ray Mercer, which was kind of cold on Deontay Wilder. He said, you just got to learn how to fight. I think he got robbed. Definitely got robbed against Lennox Lewis. That was a definite robbery on that one. Yeah. You say, oh, I thought the Bud versus Porter was going to be the test, but it wasn't. Or is he just that good? I can't say no comment on that fight. That would be a cop-out. I don't really want to say no comment, but I'll say this about that fight. In my book, that is one of my suspect fights. That's a suspect. That fight was so suspect. Just go back and look at it. Too bad we don't get the corner sound, you know? Too bad they don't give you the corner sound for each minute in between rounds. I would have loved to been in that corner listening to everything that was said in Sean Porter's corner. Because even after the fight, it's just like Sean turned into something else. He just become weird after a couple of knockdowns. You don't get weird after a couple of knockdowns. Earl knocked you down with a bigger shot. And matter of fact, you even said Earl hits harder. So if he hits harder, what you doing down there? I don't know. And Sean seemed like the type that, I'm going to tell you, what makes that whole thing is so suspect is because, remember when we was discussing and I said that Sean Porter, oh, okay, Sean Porter. Okay, so we know what to do. We know what you're going to do when you fighting. because he was dogging somebody because they didn't do nothing to try to survive or nothing like that. He was dogging. So I forgot. I'll remember in a little bit. But he was dogging somebody because they didn't, fight the way that he said he was gonna do. He was like, oh, he said, yeah, you should. I would tackle. I'm like, oh shit. And so I was saying that, okay, well, we're gonna see what you do, Sean. Once you get that opportunity, we're gonna see if you tackle somebody or what you do. And so he had the opportunity when he was fighting Bud getting hurt or something. He didn't wrestle Bud and tackle Bud and nothing like that. So I'm like, okay, wait a minute. You just gave up this advice to somebody else that they should have tackled or did something, and you didn't even do it. Now, why didn't you do it? You giving all this great advice. Yo, y'all would have tackled him or something, did this and blah, 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 blah. And you didn't do the blah, blah, blah. Huh? Papa came and saved you. I think Papa came and saved you. Not 100% sure, but it just seemed like to me that Papa came and saved you. I don't know why, but I don't know. That whole fight, there's a lot of things about that fight to me that was this too suspect. This way. Yeah. Yeah, Porter made Spence step it up. Because he was doing all kinds of shit in there, right? Yeah. Are you saying Porter's dad made him take a L? Yeah, of course Kenny Porter made him take a L. Because he wasn't hurt enough. Everybody was saying, oh yeah, he was just so rocked. He wasn't that. He wasn't falling. Come on. When you hurt like that, go back and watch Tyson versus Burbick if you want to see somebody who's hurt. Or watch Roy Jones versus what's the dude's name? The one that stole his belt the first time by acting like Griffin. Watch Roy Jones Griffin 2, and watch Mike Tyson versus Burbick. Who else? Do we have any more? Where the fighters was just crawling around the ring. Oh yeah, watch. Who was it? Who's that that had Judah walking, pointing like this? Who had Judah? Remember Judah got hit so hard that he was pointing one finger like, I don't know, he was doing this. Judah was going like this, hey, like pointing, and his legs was going, his legs was going like that. Go back and watch that if you want to see somebody who was actually like hurt. I'm going to be honest with you. Sean Porter was up on the cards at that point. How many rounds did you have left? But we're going to discuss, like I said, I'm going to keep bringing this up. And we're going to talk about this a lot. People are going to get tired of talking about it. But these new fighters are not holding up the championships like the older fighters of the past. And just so everybody doesn't feel like they're so great themselves, and so are the new generations the same way. The same way. Even if you getting statues. I don't care if they putting statues up of pictures, like they putting up a statue of you, and it don't mean shit. All that means is you probably came from a small community. Ain't nobody putting up no statues in no big places. Or you either follow some kind of program. That's the only reason you're going to get a statue, a bronze statue, is because you follow the program or you from somewhere small. And you done donated a lot of money or something like that. That's it. But these fighters, you can't, I don't even know how we hold them in the same breath. That's why a lot of these older fighters that still commentating and around, that's why they don't want to, that's why it's hard for them to say something. They can say how great you are, but they really don't want to say as much. Because if you ask them, how would you have done in their era, they'll tell you that you couldn't have lasted, you wasn't going to be there at all. I'm telling you what they would say. I know what they would say. They're going to say that you you wouldn't have made it in their era. You know what I'm saying? Because even Larry Holmes saying, he said Mike Tyson wouldn't have made it in their era. He says too many people would have beat him. He said Norton was too strong for him. He said Foreman he said you coming forward like that on Foreman. He said Foreman just breaking people is just killing people. He said him and Ali would have just stuck him all day. Yeah. He said Larry Holmes, he was in the ring with Tyson. He lost to Tyson, but he was like, nah. In my prime, ain't no way he would have hung with him. Even Tyson said that. Tyson said the same thing. He says, good to have the name. He said, but if he was at his, at his best, he said, I wouldn't stand a chance. So, in that moment of honesty, people will tell you that people will be honest and tell you like their honest assessment. Now, back to the Tank Davis thing. So, I have to go back and look at some more Bud's fights, so I don't know what Tank is seeing. Because I think Terrence would just outbox him. But Gervonta Davis, he lives to be great, man. He's just saying that. But if he's saying Terrence, why is he saying Terrence Crawford is made of glass is what I want to know, y'all. I don't know. Why he's saying that you made out of glass. He want to get you up out of boxing? That don't even sound right, man. That sound like if that's borderline hate or what, man? Sir Flame, is that hate or borderline hate? What is that? I want to get you out of boxing. God damn, he don't even want you in boxing no more. He want to hurt you bad. Tank want to hurt you. I mean, he want to hurt you bad. He want to hurt. He talking about Tank talking about going to 147. Tank want to hurt you bad. But I can imagine little Tank at 147. He'll be a little. He's a tank now. God dang, he's gonna be an arm. He's gonna be an armadillo tank. Yes, but like I said, Sir Flame, I don't really want to go completely there. So, let me ask y'all, over the weekend, did y'all lose money? Any money lost or what? Y'all look good. How did Swamp Monster look to everybody? Did Swamp Monster look like he's the business? Like the Swamp Monster, he improved himself. Got the 11th round TKO over Zepeda. Of course, Parker got retired, got KO'd, TKO'd by Ryder. And then, of course, Franklin and White. So White got a majority decision. So White, you need to shut up. You ain't even. But then again, you took that. Because I was just saying, I think I was saying about a couple of months ago for us to look out for Franklin a little bit. But I don't know. He still needs some more development. So now he ends up. So his O is gone. So Franklin O is gone. I know we had the girls fighting. Azim went out there and got knocked out. And Lawal went out there. No, Azim got the knockout over Charleston. And then Lawal went out there, the cruiserweight, got the TKO over Jameson. That's what you get. You know Jameson is a drink. Stop it. And then the Swamp Monster went and got the 11th round TKO. And Valley, she got the unanimous decision. Okay. Over Bermudez. And then Conwell, he got the majority decision over Brew. A lot of fights. I know you guys don't know these guys because I don't even know this guy is a heavyweight. But Harper, he's from America. Went out there and got his ass knocked out. Jalolov knocked his ass completely out, and then White got the majority decision. Again, I say that one. Wardley got the TKO over Gorman. I don't even know. I didn't even have that. I didn't bet on. And then the other girl fight, the Ryan. I didn't have. I didn't bet on that. I didn't have nothing on Parker. Shiraz got the TKO over Bent. Didn't have that. McCain. I didn't even know they was fighting. TKO over Ham. And then Friday, you had the Eubank fight. You got the Eubank. The other Eubank got the unanimous decision over Farrell. The undercard on that was Williams and Trimick. And Williams got the TKO. So I don't know how you guys had those picked. But I'm going to stay on the Tank Davis story for a while, though. I might not be talking about it as much, but it's gonna stay on the inside of me to make me laugh, though. That's just making me laugh, man, because Tank talking about, we need you out of boxing, bud. I'm coming to get you. God, Tank ain't even calling for somebody his size. Tank is calling for big people. And Bud is calling for big people. Bud is calling for Charlo, and Tank is calling for Bud. That's a damn... And I'm going to be honest with you. I think the Tank would take the fight over Bud taking the fight against Charlo. because that would have been a bigger money fight for him right now, right? Y'all be honest with yourself. Wouldn't that have been a bigger fight right now? Bud versus Charlo than whoever he's fighting? Y'all can't even remember who he's fighting. Yeah, you can Sir Flame going off. Sir Flame said, he said, "I'll mess with the swamp." No, Swamp Monster too much after all that shit he talked. And Colbert either. Yeah, both of them. Both of them. That's why they ended up on the suspect list. Or let me see. Let me go back in here, brother. I think I put them on the. I know Colbert was on the. Yeah. The shit talkers, something like that. What? That happened as frauds. Yeah. No. You know what it was? Back then, that was like a year or so ago. So what happened is somebody, I don't know who it was, man. Somebody in here, somebody on Eagles Web, is talked me out of. I think they talked me out of putting Swamp Monster on the list. It might have been Derek Bailey that he talked me out of to take Swamp Monster off the frauds list. But yeah, you came back and got yourself a TKO. But yeah, your hype when you got your ass whooped. When everybody watched you get your ass whooped after talking so much. But he's right back at it. He told me he's still right back at it. Tell me can't nobody mess with him at 140. Well, I'm like, come on, man. You gonna mess around and get your ass. You gonna get your ass crucified, telling people that they can't whoop you. Yeah, wish somebody would. Can't nobody whoop me. Yeah, all right. Y'all do a lot more talking right now, and I'm just gonna take all the fun stuff and I'm gonna make it more fun. Like when it comes to Tank, I'm gonna make it more fun. Tank, you go ahead and talk your ish. Tank, tell him. Tell Bud he made out of glass and he can't mess with you. That's what Tank's saying. He said, Tank, he said you made out of glass and you can't F with me. He said that Shakur, they got knocked out the ring when he was sparring him. That's one thing. Maybe that's why the guys that spar Tank or the guys that in his division is supposed to be fighting him, maybe that's why they're not talking as much, because a lot of them have sparred Tank and they're like, yeah, he ain't no joke. I mean, you don't hear from people saying that that's the hardest you ever been, that anybody's ever hit you if you don't hit hard. Because Tank hits that hard, just like Deontay Wilder. People say, no, ain't nobody never ever hit me as hard as he hit me. See? When somebody hits you that hard to where you say, no, I ain't never got hit that hard before in my life, man. I thought somebody was really assaulting, trying to take me out. Yeah. But I tell you what, Rug, so Swamp Monster's still in there, sir. So what I'm going to do, there's no passes. I'm not trying to give him a pass or nothing like that. But what I'm going to say is that since Swamp is still in there, I'm going to give him his props to where he's still fighting at least. I'm not convinced he can still beat everybody. I mean, he's convinced he can still beat everybody, but I'm not. It'll take a lot for him to convince me that he's invincible now. No. You got your ass beat. You took a severe ass whooping, and you beating up on people, but you ain't gonna trick me. So the things I put in Tank's favor, I probably got an edge out. I'll probably still give the edge out to Bud, but then I'm gonna be honest. I probably wouldn't be 100% shocked. I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't be 100% shocked if Tank won, but I'll still probably go for Bud. But my whole curiosity is making me, Sir Flame, now I got to go back and look at Bud's shit. Because Tank is making me think, what the hell you see, Tank? Tank seen some shit to where Tank like, yo, you made out of glass. Shut your glass. I like to talk. It was good for boxing, though. Shut your glass ass up. Helena said he felt Wilder's power sparring, but it's different in the real fight. Yes, right. That part right there. And so Sir Flame brings up the part that is very obvious that everybody should be thinking of, when it comes to sparring versus fighting. Just like I said, If Tank knocking your ass out the ring with all that you got on, that heavy ass shit in the ring, you got the headgear on, all the extra shit, you know what I mean? Heavy ass gloves, and you get knocked out the ring, probably, I don't know, maybe you fight him, you probably getting your ass knocked out the ring again, or knocked completely the F out. That's it. But if you sparring people and you say, I ain't never got hit that hard before by nobody, and you sparring with them, a lot of people say that about Earl Spence. You got light heavyweights and heavyweights saying that Earl ain't no joke, that Earl hits hard. Because Earl don't care about how big you is. Earl just want to fight. I couldn't stand nobody. I probably could take a beating from Earl a little bit because I can take body shots. So I could probably take a body, like a beating from him. I wouldn't want to. I mean, I probably had to get out the heat after a while. Like, oh, okay, Earl, I'm good. I just wanted to see what you... I might have to make up that excuse. I just wanted to see what you had on it, man. Okay, you good. You're a good body puncher. I just wanted to see what you had on it. And evidently you got quite a bit on it, so you good. You real straight, brother. Let me dap you up. So you real good at it. I just wasn't thinking you was that good, but you good, brother. You got 5 on it. Yeah. But so I got to go back, though, Sir Flame. I got to go back and look. Because Tank's saying, oh, you made out of glass. God dang. So maybe Bud got hurt in more than 2 fights. Maybe he got hurt in more than 2 fights that we just don't know of. Maybe it's a spot on his chin that is that's really suspect that we're not seeing. Maybe we need to go back and check that out. We got to go back and check out to see if Bud's is more suspect than what people are thinking he is. And this is not a Bud hate show or nothing like that. Are you not even a Keith hate show? But Keith, right now, Keith is begging for fights, man. He's begging to fight the top guys now. See, what goes around comes around. You know what I mean? So you didn't want to fight. You wanted to pretend like you needed surgeries and all kind of other shit. You didn't want to fight nobody. And then now that you're strapless, now you want to fight. I'll be just like Earl, though. Ain't nobody trying to hear you, Keith. Ain't nobody trying to. You got to be made a mandatory or something. Ain't nobody trying to fight you, man. You got to go fight Ortiz or something. You got to fight somebody that's in top. You got to fight somebody else. So that way you could be become a mandatory with a different body. I can say that. Just be a mandatory with a different body. That's all I can say. So be a mandatory with a different sanctioning body, and or 2. Get yourself up there, and then then we can start considering you again. Because the whole Jurassic Park arm shit that you talked about Pacquiao, and you took your ass in there and got knocked down, and then you lost. Then I'm just like, oh, okay. And you killed it for yourself. You killed it for yourself. Stayed out, came back, didn't beat Pacquiao. Pacquiao didn't take hardly no damage, and then he comes back and he gets beat up. Oh wow! And I don't even think and Keith never even fought. He never fought Ugas. He never fought Ugas. Now, if you come back and you beat Ugas up worse than Earl did, if you just come beat him up like this, beat him up, then you could talk to us. It's just that we got to see like some kind of work. We got to see some kind of work come out of you to make us go, oh yeah, Keith, yeah, he the shit again. So you got to do something to make us say that. If you don't do nothing, then we really ain't trying to mess with you like that. But if you can get a fight with anybody, we don't care who you get a fight with. If you can get a fight, I'm good with any fight you get. If you get a big fight, I'm good. But we still don't like that. We still don't like that rating system, how they put you up on top like that. We still don't like that, don't think. Nah. Don't think we don't remember that shit. Yeah. Okay, Sir Flame said I got introduced to body shots in prison. He said he was a Golden Gloves champ in Dallas in '89. He said, needless to say, uh, in 1999, he still had the skills. Okay, yeah. That's what, a lot of people don't understand that. Because all you do is sharpen your tools like over and over again. People don't understand. They don't understand when you good with them things like that you stay good with them like that. You don't just lose it. It just it comes back naturally. It just comes back like, okay, I got it. 1, 2, okay. You don't want to fight nobody and they start doing all that. You're like, oh shit. Because most people you see fighting, I've been watching street fights on YouTube, on these social medias. They be cracking me up. All they doing, they just stepping back from each other, leaning way back. I mean, how you fighting way back like this? And both of y'all leaning back, y'all ain't gonna never land nothing. They never engage. Like one of them will charge for it, the other one goes back. Like they don't want to engage. If you want to fight, you gotta somebody gotta throw hands sooner or later. If you're gonna fight, but just be careful. I watched that video, man. It was, I don't know if it went viral, but it was in Vegas. And some guy was supposedly like some kind of gang or whatever. And he just kept coming at this guy. And the guy told him, he said, man, you don't want to mess with, you don't want to, he's a professional fighter. He said, you don't want to, you don't want to do that. And before you knew it, it was like I'm going to give him credit. I'm going to say 2 pieces. It might have been 1 piece though, but I'm just, to be honest with you, it might have just been a 1 piecer. But I'm going to say it was 2. That dude took a couple of shots and he was laid out inside the casino in Vegas. I was just shaking my head because he had a way out. He had a way out, but he was on that gang shit. Like, yeah, man, I'm on that gang. He was on that gang shit, and then just because you in the gang, I got, man, please. There's actually a thing I got in a debate or was fighting with somebody. They was F you. They got mad at me and stuff because they was talking about like building. And I said, well, you don't want to take everybody with you when you build. I said, man, you gotta leave all that. I said, leave them gangsters out of it. The ones that think they gangsters and stuff. I said, I'd rather take a military guy over any kind of gangster. I said, he don't have no idea, no art of war skills, nothing. All you know how to do is sneak ups, drive-bys, and shit like that. So, the guy got mad at me and stuff like that. But I have to remind you that there's a case. You go back and check it out. And I don't know exactly who they was, but I know it was a gang. I think it was Crips. Just look at the story with the Crips versus the special forces. It lasted 10 minutes. That they was threatening some guy that was in special forces. They was threatening him. And so he throws a barbecue and calls his buddies up and tell them to come over. He said, make sure you bring your piece with you, weapon. Ended up close to 20 of them. 20 of them got wasted, and only one of the soldiers even got like hurt. It's like there's a difference when you're organized and you have the see, this is where they make the mistake, because you have the ability and you have the area to where you can go out and deploy, and you can go out and have the so-called the games. You can go out there. It's hard to do that shit in the streets. If you just a gang, you don't know how to do urban assault and then at the same time combat field assaults. You can't practice. You don't have the facility for that. You just don't have the facility for it. Yeah. But Sir Flame, what was you doing though? Did your air leave your body when you was introduced to them body shots? Did your air say F it and leave? Sir Flame was like, Surf Lane was tasting for air. Um, you did you still have your hands up good? He said my hands is up good, but he said my air grabbing abilities have left the building, brother. Yeah, but the air grabbing abilities went somewhere else. Let's see exactly. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see what else we got on here. Okay, so anyway, we didn't talk about you, Swamp, but we said a little bit. But congratulations to Swamp. Y'all leave him alone. So congratulations to Swamp Monster. He went and got that dub. Whether you like him or not, he went and did it what he had to do. He got his W. Okay. So, Swamp Monster went out there. And all you fighters is congratulations to all the winners. And you guys that, if you lost, at least you went home. You went home healthy. No body bags or nothing like that. So, that was all great. Yeah. I was going to read something about Eddie Hearns, but I'm tired. I'm tired of messing with Eddie Hearns because Eddie Hearns is he a joke. If we listen to his explanation of who's gonna win and all that, and right now he's more or less he's kind of fighterless right now. I'm just saying he's kind of fighterless. His AJ. Yeah, but I'm gonna keep laughing about this until Crawford come back and say something. But David said, he told him you made out of glass, Crawford. he said Earl gonna break you up. Yeah. But that's one thing that's true though. When you fighting certain fighters, man. You fighting certain fighters, you are gonna learn. You're gonna get that lesson taught. And believe it or not, I'm sorry, everybody's a teacher. But the thing about that is, what side of teaching are you on? So, what side are you on as far as teaching? Are you teaching somebody how not to win, how not to take an ass whooping, or are you showing somebody this is what you do? Okay, now I'm gonna give you guys one. I'm gonna give you one if you want to check it out. It's just like I have been saying too. But DBN it put out a video a day ago, and it says that the referee finally admits to cheating against Wilder. Oh no, not Wilder, but cheating by prolonged 17-second count in the Pacquiao fight. It says Pacquiao fight. So the referee, if the referee cheated in the Pacquiao fight, let me see if I can pull it up for y'all. Okay, I usually don't drop these, but I'm gonna drop it anyway, and we'll see. You guys can go check it out if you want. So let me put it up on here. Let me get it clear so I can put it up here on here for y'all. So if y'all want to go check it out, y'all can go check it out. I don't usually drop a lot of stuff from people, but sometimes I give y'all a little bit of something just in case y'all want to go check it out. Yeah. But like I said, I'm not gonna discount. I'm not gonna get mad at Tank Davis and discount what he's saying. Oh shit, I got on these dark glasses today. I just noticed. Yeah, I don't need these in here. Should have had my other glasses on, but this is all good. Yeah. Yeah, but we got a lot. At least we got a lot of boisterous people. We got a lot of people talking about what they gonna do. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. It's like Benavidez talking about what he gonna do? How he gonna beat up Plant? But we gotta see it though. Oh, okay. That's the part he's saying is glass. He said he's made of glass. Okay, he's saying that Terrence Crawford does have a glass chin. But I guess he's saying that ain't nobody really connected to it. I was wondering what it was. Yeah, I was wondering what it was. Yeah. So I guess that's what it is. Yeah. So now we know that Tank is talking about the Bud has the chin, the glass chin. I need you to do me a favor though, Sir Flame. I need you to go to, if you got a track by your house, man. You got a quarter-mile track by your house. I need you to go. If look for some events, man. Let me know what you think about that drag pack, that Dodge, that Mopar that they actually have a racing car. They made 50 of them. You probably can't. I don't know if anybody in my audience can get one. You got to pay them right off the bat. They're 150K. But it's called the Drag Pack. And I was just listening to it, man. That thing sounds insane, man. The power, it's only a 3.5 or something like that. But it's a racing motor. It's just built to race, though. So people think you don't need with the technology they got now, you don't need the biggest motor no more to run, you know. But you do need some. You can't run for the most part. You're not running straight and beating anybody. You're gonna have some kind of turbocharger on there or supercharger. Yeah. But I was listening to that thing. I was like, dang man, that brought back memories of some of the old cars that used to roll through the neighborhood. Just the rumbling like that. Blah, 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 blah. You ever have a car come out of your house that rumbles? It's so deep that your windows and stuff in your house vibrate. They vibrate because the car is out there just blah 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 blah, and they're just like shaking like that. Yeah, I knew it. It was one of my friends. He used to work on cars, and so he used to tune the cars to where, I mean, he used to tune them all the way down to what was it, like 300? It might have been less than 300. I think less than 300 RPMs. He used to tune them down, so they just be like blah 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 blah. That whole car, So once you hit it, that thing just flies. Yeah, he used to have the cars tuned down. He used to have them running to where you get from zero to whatever in a big hurry. Uh, Let me see what my brother got. Yeah, but anyway, so I just dropped y'all the link for that one though. So yeah. Oh, you about to get out? Yeah, I'm about to get up out of here. You the only one speaking. Everybody else just, what's Eagle talking about? Yeah, I'm about to get out. Yeah, we about to close it. I'm about to shut it down, man. Because, as a matter of fact, I haven't seen Derek in over a week, man. I'm going to have to email him and find out what's going on. Where's the brothers at? Him, I haven't seen Lala D in about 3 weeks. Who else? There's a few people I haven't seen, man. I haven't seen Michael Johnson's Boxer talk in about a week, maybe a week. Over a week. So everybody's into this holidays and stuff, man. So we'll get out of here, but I'm still going to laugh at Tank. You're a fool. You silly. But if you can get it done, man, I'm going to be a believer, man. But just for me, it would just hurt my feelings. But then again, I really don't care. So if you do have a glass chin and you do fight Tank and he does expose you, I ain't gonna do nothing but laugh. I'll feel bad, like, oh man, it's too bad, man. He went out there and exposed. Cause we always feel bad when somebody get exposed. We always go, oh man, it's a shame. You see where he did him? That's how we feel. Cause we got that little compassion inside of us. But anyway, my shout out to all the real people that I see. And my shout out to all y'all that mess with me. Y'all know what it is. Iggs What Boxing. This is Monday, man. We just talked about a little bit of it. We didn't talk about all of it, but we talked about some of it. Yep. I'm going to catch y'all, man.